Greetings, everyone. Such a blessed day this morning. The sun is out and everything is beautiful. You could hear the songs of nature. So, such a blessing to behold. Such a blessing to behold. The peace. This come with peace, joy, and happiness. You know, many of us require happiness from others. You know, many of us require happiness from others. But I'm going to say this today. If you cannot find peace within yourself, if you cannot find that place that you could resign and enjoy peace, joy, and happiness, then you're not going to get it from no one. Because you got to understand, the only thing people can do is add to your happiness. They really cannot make you happy. If you're miserable, how can someone make you happy? You see what I'm saying? So you have to find that peace within yourself, that place where you find joy, peace, and happiness in order to be happy. And people might tell you, no, you cannot be happy. Yes, you can. You can, but you have to find it, and others can add to it. You cannot be miserable and expect people to make you happy, because nothing they do will ever make you happy. So find your neutral ground, your balance, a place that give you rest, a place that give you peace. We depending on people to make us happy. We depending on people to bring peace in our life. We depending on people for everything. If we find ourselves and bring peace, find yourself could bring peace, joy, and happiness. Don't depend on anyone to bring peace, joy, and happiness to you. Because sometimes that person who you expect to bring peace, joy, and happiness to you might be miserable as well. So we have to find peace within ourselves. That's the only how we can ever be happy. Don't depend on others to make you happy. Everyone got to find their own happiness. Everyone got to find their own peace. Everyone got to find their own joy. Then other people can add to you. Could you imagine there's a miserable person and you trying to make them happy? Could you imagine that? There's a miserable person and you trying to make them happy? It would almost seem impossible. It will almost seem impossible. So what I'm saying, guys, find yourself. Especially in this time today, we need our own self. We need to find that place where we can relax and feel good, where we could relax and feel blessed, where we can relax and feel the joy that we need to find. Then others can add to that. It's very difficult. This is a world where, especially now, this is a world where things is getting so complicated. Everything is getting so harder and harder. So now people more focusing on their self. People focusing on their self. And could you give them wrong? No. Because yourself come first. Your family come first. Alright? So people, it's not the time back in the days when people used to come together as a community, as a family, raising each other children. That's not happening anymore. People actually sticking to their self and their family. And that comes because of a lot of things that change. So what I'm saying is, guys, find yourself. Don't expect anyone to make you happy. You have to find your own happiness, and someone else could add to your happiness. Don't depend on a person to make you happy, because that person also got to make their self happy. All right? So we all have to make ourselves happy first before we expect other people to make us happy. If you're miserable, it's hard for anybody to even add to, because you're miserable. It's hard for anyone to add happiness to you because you're miserable. But if you're happy and you push off that energy, that's gonna make other people see that energy shining before you. When you're miserable, people don't want to talk to you. Oh, they're too miserable, I can't deal with them. But all I'm saying is, it's not about expecting and wanting anyone to want to speak to you. It's about finding peace within yourself. When you find peace within yourself, a lot of things come easier, because you understand a lot of things. You understand people in general. You know how to deal with people, because you know we have all type of people out here today. Some people, you all know, you all have your experience. But I just want to say that before I proceed this morning on this beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day. And today we want to talk about plans and requirements of plans. That's what we want to focus on today. Plans on the requirements of plans. Now, the first thing I want to say, wherever you're growing food, wherever you planted, wherever part of the world you at, England, Africa, Australia, China, Caribbean, any part of the world you growing food today. It's all about understanding the atmosphere, understanding the length of growing season you have, understanding the soil you're dealing with, understanding the type of weather you got. Whether you get rainy weather, whether you get sunny weather. It's very important to understand these type of things. Now, many plants is easy to adapt to different climate. A lot of plants could definitely adapt themselves to different type of climate. That's why sometimes you could bring a plant from thousands of miles away, bring it into a different atmosphere, and it's able to strive. Most of the time it might struggle for the first 1, 2, 3 years, but eventually it might just start to adjust itself and start to do well. So it's important to know these things. Now, you already know what you're growing. You already plan what you're growing. You already think about the type of garden you're trying to produce. Are you trying to produce a natural garden, or are you trying to produce a garden that you just do whatever, you just go buy anything, or you just wanna create a natural garden? What is your plan? These are things you need to know. This is how you get successful. This is how you understand the requirements of each plant that you grow. Now, you as a person, you're growing a certain type of plant every year. You should, within 2, 3 years, you growing a plant. Like for instance, you growing a banana tree. In 2, 3 years, you should understand. You should start seeing the requirements of this plant. You should start seeing what does this plant require to give me a beautiful harvest, to give me, to produce the way they should. What does this plant require? Now, that's your job to do that. You see, most of the time, guys, it's good to check other people out and see how they're growing, especially the people that grows in your zone. I think it's one of the best things to do, because you get a more understanding, because you all dealing with the same type of climate. Now, in our garden, right in our garden, we deal with different climates in our garden. Just like how, put it this way, different zone. You know, like how we are different zone. We are zone 8, we are zone 7, we are zone 6, we are zone 5, all these type of things, right? Now, we actually have that going on in our garden as well, because there's the shaded area, then there's the direct sun area. So the shaded area will never be as hot as the direct sun area. You see what I'm coming from? So now you want to make sure, like over there, the sun is shining over there. If you notice over there, the sun is shining over there, and I make sure I comes out and I see where the sun penetrate the most. I comes out and I see, I stand up and I look and I see where the sun penetrate the longest during the garden season. So for instance, we notice here the sun penetrate here in the morning, lunchtime, it penetrate this whole area, and it penetrated for hours. Over this side is very, because it's shaded under these trees, so you're not getting the direct sun at this moment, but over here you get in the full direct sun. Now, once you understand that, then you focus on putting the plants then that love the hot sun over in the sun, because they love the sun, and this is where the sun shone the most. Now, if you able to give these plants 6, 7 hours of hot sun during the day, most of these plants, that's what they require. 6, 7 hours of hot sun. So the requirement for this plant is 6 to 7 hours of hot sun. If you're able to give them the requirement of 6 to 7, 8 hours hot sun, you will be surprised how much these things produce. Now, if you bring them over here in the shaded area where there's no sun penetrate, the sun might penetrate 2 to 3 hours a day, but the plants you put there requires 6 to 7 hours sunlight during the day. But where you have them, they only get in 3. Now, that plant cannot produce and give you grow to their potential because the requirement of what it needs, the sunlight, is not getting it. So these are things that's very important, guys. It's very important to know how much these plants require. How would you know that? Now, hey, so blessings to you. Hey, Elsa. Elsa say, I miss you, brother. I want to see you actually plant a pepper or whatever I can see. Okay, I'm going to show you that in a minute. Show me how to plant. I'm not so smart as... No, like I said, we all are smart people in our own way. All right? Teach, brother, teach. All right, blessings. We all smart in our own way. And don't think you're not smart in gardening. You are. You just got to apply yourself. But I'm going to show you in a minute how we plant and how we plant pepper. I'm going to show you that in a minute, okay? Thank you all. Welcome in. Appreciate you all. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you all so much. All right. Yes, guys. So, like what I was saying, now, the plants that require 6 to 7 months, 6 to 7 hours of sunlight, you put them over there and they receive that. No, that's where these plants gonna be growing to their full potential because we understand how important the sunlight is to these plants. And we also understand the plants that does not require 8 hours of sunlight. So how do you know these things? How can you know these things? Elsa say, love you, brother. Another call to you are good. Thank you so much, Elsa. Blessings. Thank you. No, for real. This is really serious. In order for you to get success, there's requirements, guys. I'm telling you right now, there's requirements. How do you know these things? How would a person know what I'm saying here today? How would a person understand what I'm saying here today? Now, I want you all to apply what I'm saying today. Not just receiving the message. I want you to apply and see for yourself. How would we know which plant loves the sunlight more than the other? Well, I want to say this. It's surely not going to take you 3 weeks to know this. It's surely not going to take you 1 year to know this. Why it's not going to take you 1 year to know this? Because you got to do your own experiment. So by doing your own experiment, it might take you 2 years, heading for the 3 year to understand. This is why here today, I'm giving you these type of information, make it shorter for you. No, because I'm going to tell you a few plants that enjoy the sunlight. And I'm going to tell you a few plants that don't care for that heat. How can we know? Well, it's simple. At least 3 years of growing. Because the first year you're growing, it's good to have some information, it's good to have some knowledge, it's good to have some understanding of the requirements of the plants then. It's good to have that. When you get that and then you apply it, when you apply it, then you're going to start to see. So for instance, if you learn that pepper love hot sun, okra love hot sun, banana tree love hot sun, fruit trees love hot sun, You learn that. What you do now is applying it. So now you want to plant them in the hot sun. What you're going to do as well, you're going to plant a few in the cool shaded area. So for the garden season, what you're going to learn, because this is your own experiment, this is your own experience. What you're going to learn within the first year, you're going to learn that, oh wow, look how these plants did well. That they in the sun, and them that I put in the shade, they didn't do well at all. Right there, you figure something out. Right there, you realize this is real information. The ones that was in the sun shine does better, and the one them in the shade, they did not do well. So you learn that. The second year, you do about the same thing. And what you're doing now, you put them back the same plants them in the sunlight. And if you see a repeat, because you want to make sure, you want to verify. That was I say 3 years. Once you see a repeat, you say, this is it right here. This is it right here. So within 3 years, you should be able to master your growing, understand the requirements, some of the requirements of the plants then. Understand which plants prefer the colder weather and which plant prefer the heat. You cannot put a plant that loves the cooler weather in the direct sun, because you're not gonna get the production you need. If you put it in the direct sun, you're gonna see a big difference. And I could show you that. This is the thing, guys. I could speak about something and I could show you the result as well. And I'm gonna show you in a minute. Okay, we're so blessed here. There are no failure in the garden. It's all life lesson. We learn from nature. That's right. We learn from nature. But it's all production. Nature shows us. And some people is way more advanced, are more understanding of certain things, because nature already teaches us. So this is why I'm saying it will never take a person 1 to 2 years, 2 weeks to learn about a plant. And this is the thing. To learn about a plant, it takes time and effort, and you willing to learn. It's not just going to apply out the ground just like that or out the sky. You have to willing to learn and willing to put in the work, willing to do the experiment. Nature do teaches us, but if we don't do our own little experiment, we're not going to learn anything. You see what I'm coming from? The only reason why a person could come out and talk about these things is because they already did it and they see the result. I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to show you some pepper plant that I'm going to be showing you in a minute. I'm going to even show you some okra plant that I'm going to be showing you in a minute with direct sun and what's not, what you input in the sun, how they don't grow the way they should or the way they're supposed to, because they're not getting enough sunlight. So requirements, the requirements, I'm giving the requirements because I've been doing this forever and I understand, and not just understanding, it's from my own experiment. All right. So now let me give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. You see, prime example of what I'm talking about. All right? Prime example. Now, this is bell pepper. These are bell pepper. I'm gonna give you a prime example because you know we don't just come out here and talk because we feel like talking. We love to have this conversation and able to show proof. Thank you. And able to show proof of what we're talking about. Now, you see this area here? These are pepper tree right here. You see, they're not getting no sunlight at this moment. Not to say they're not producing. They're producing. But look what's going on. There's absolutely no sunlight at this moment. Look what's going on here. Even this one. No sunlight at this moment, right? What? No sunlight. But if you notice, you see how they're short. You see how they're small? Look how they're small. All right? Let's go over to the side where the sun is shining. Let's go over to the side now. You see? Here is where the sun shines. Here is look how the sun shining with these peppers. Look the height of these peppers. You see what I'm coming from? This is an 8-foot pepper tree right here. This one right here. And look how it growing. It have 1, 2 stem, 4 stem, and while it growing, look at it. And it have pepper. Look at it. You see? These are direct sun. The same thing with these over here. Look at them. Do you see their height? You know why? The direct sun. This is what I'm saying. Look at their height. Look at this one. That's an 8-foot pepper tree gone up in the air there. And these they're producing. So what I'm saying is requirements. Look at these. All these are bell pepper. Look how tall these things are. And they're producing like wildfire as well. All right? You see? They're producing like wildfire. Do you see how the sun penetrates this area? Do you see how the sun is penetrating the area? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So when I say about requirements and the requirements of plants, yes, it's important. You look, I have pepper tree over there. Look how they're over there short and not do. Look these over here because you know what? These pepper, do your own research guys and you will see that pepper tree love at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight during the day. Check it out and see for yourself. And when you're able to give them that requirement, they will grow and produce non-stop. All right? It's very important. So the requirement, guys, is important. Very important. All right? So you always, it's not about just planting. I understand if you have the space is small. I understand that. But if you is a person who trying to grow food, look at this thing here. Look at it here. My hand cannot even reach the top of this thing. Stretch your hand right out. From the ground go up. You still can't hit the top. All right? Look at these. And they're doing really well. They're producing pepper like crazy. Everywhere we see in pepper. Come over here, pepper. Everywhere is pepper. Everywhere. So this is why I'm saying, guys, the requirement. And if you notice what I did. Notice what I did, right? I plant them right in the sun. You see where I'm coming from? I know for a fact that pepper love hot sun. And you see what I did? I plant them directly in the sun directly. So don't make nobody fool you, don't make nobody trick you guys. Don't make nobody trick you in this thing. This thing is for real. Requirements. You know for a fact that your plants love hot sun. This is something you know. You know that for a fact that pepper, eggplant, okra, all these plants love hot sun. If you don't put them in the hot sun, they will never give you that growth that you're looking for. You will never get that. You see all down here, all down to the bottom over there, all coming up here, all coming up here. All these areas have, you see what I'm saying, guys? Now, I'm going to show you something. These are some okra plant, and if you notice, they're right up here. They don't get the sunlight. They're producing, you know. They're growing, they're producing, but over here, they do not get the sunlight they require, and they're not growing the way they should. These are some big, massive, just become some big, massive okra tree. Let me show you one of them. The ones that in the sun. Let me show you that. This one is in the sun. This one is in the sun, and this one is growing really well. Same two over there. Look how small they are. So the requirement, guys, the requirement is important to sit back and study before you start planting your garden. Before you start planting your garden, sit back and see where the sun shine the most. See where the sun shine the most? And that's where. Yes. See where the sun shine the most. And that's where you plant a lot of plants. No, I'm gonna give you, okay, let me see what's going on here. You are blessing. Thank you, Elsa. So blessing. Yes, yes. You still have the tallest pepper trees I've ever seen. Thank you, thank you. Basically, last year, I did a pepper tree 10 feet tall. This year, I'm trying to be 10 feet tall. I'm trying to carry to 11, 12. If we at 8 feet around this time, I think we could definitely get it to 12 feet this year. So I'm basically trying to break my own record growing peppers. All right? I think you kiss those seeds. Wait, somebody put, wait, let me see. I think you kiss those seeds before you planted them. Wait, let me see, okay? Okay, tell him to show the message. Let me see. Okay, all right. No, no, no. The truth is, I did some videos. You see, this is the thing. This is the thing. I do a lot of videos and I explain a lot of things. And the good thing about my channel is I will show you from seeds, growing from seeds. I will show you the whole journey. You know, there's something, There's something that called, I'm gonna give you guys a secret here. I keep, let me turn around the camera. This is secret I'm giving you guys here. And this is real secret. Now, before you set your seed, hey guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. You know out here is real information you're getting. But anyhow, when you want to set some seed, the first thing you want to know, where am I going and plant these seed? Where am I going and set these seed? Where in the garden I'm going and set these seed? This is something people don't tell you. You understand? What people does, a lot of people, what they do, they tell you to go out there and buy seeds, buy thing to sow seed into. Oh yes, this, when you sow seed in this, listen to me. What I'm giving you here today is facts, you understand? From my own experience. Now, if you want to set seed, guys, if you want to set seed, what you want to do, you want to think about where am I going to be planting these seeds? Where am I going and plant these seeds? And you know what you do? You figure it out. You say, you know what? I'm going and plant these seeds right in this area here. I'm going and plant them right in this area. You know what you do? You come with a container. You already know where you're going and plant the seed. And you grab some soil from the same area where you're going and plant your seed. From the same area. Don't get fooled and tell yourself you got to go and buy nothing special to sow no seed. What you do, you go and you grab some soil from the same area, put them in a container, and sow the seed in that same soil. When you sow the seed in that same soil, the seed already programmed to that soil. The seed already programmed to that soil. So when you come out now and you, in the spring, and you plant them in the soil, this is a soil they already programmed to. This is a soil they already enjoy and love. So what they're going to do, they're going to just shoot up and continue growing. And they would not stop growing. So don't be fooled running out there and got to buy special thing to set your seed into. You could use your same soil you have in your garden. That give, you know, this is, guys, I'm giving you guys real information, guys. People don't give you all these information. This is real information where we not promoting, oh, go out there and buy this and buy that and buy this and spend money and buy things you don't need in your garden. So requirements is very important. And there's ways you can make your own compost tea. You could make your own. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You could also make your own compost pile. So this is where I start making a compost pile already. So all the weeds that I take up, I'm gonna just throw them. I'm gonna just throw them in this heap and allow them to break down. What we also do, we go around in our garden and we pull leaf from every plant we have. Every plant we grow in and throw in our compost pile. Because what we actually doing, we already work hard on building our soil, so we actually maintaining it. So what we maintaining it with the same stuff that grows up in our garden. That's what we maintain it with, the same stuff that grows up in our garden. All right, what we make our compost tea with the same stuff we have growing around us. We do not go step out. This is, I'm giving you guys real information here, guys. Real information. I think somebody is picking my damn pepper then. And you want to test your plants them too. You always come around and you check out your plants them. Is very important. Always something to pick, guys. There's always something to pick in these type of garden. You could never go hungry when you have these type of garden. I didn't plan to make any harvest today, but I surely gonna pick some peppers today. Just the ripe ones though. Okay. Damn, this pepper, man. Okay. It's a stick nearly throw me down there, guys. Damn. Yes. I think I see 2 eggplant over there. Yeah. There's always something to pick up, guys. Always something to pick up. You could never go hungry in this garden. This is salad right here. This is salad. All this is salad. All these leaf. You could steam them. You could also steam them. All this. So you could come in here every day and get food from these things. Okay, we have an eggplant here. I think I see another one somewhere. The next one here. Two beautiful eggplant. What I've seen here, I've seen some bug doodle on the ground. So I know for sure there's a caterpillar or a hornworm or something here. You see? You see on the ground? So now I have to search because you know you don't want, it's not that you want to get rid of them. The thing is, if you don't get rid of them, they're gonna eat off your flowers, they will eat off your leaf. So you have to find them because I'm telling you, if you don't find them, you come back the next day and when you look, you see your plants, them leaf is empty. Yes. Hello, Fifi Urban Homestead and Lifestyle. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Okay, yes, let me see. Careful out there, yes. Is that a variety of spinach? They are nice size eggplant. Thank you. Yes, I have a variety of spinach over to, remember if you want pepper to keep producing, pick them and they will produce more. Yes, let me see. A shisho, aka para. Okay, all right. Yes. See, yeah. Now two beautiful, we call it eggplant. But yes, like I know I was saying, there's a we call it somewhere inside here. Right in this area here, I even see some wrong here too. One of them thing worms. And my goodness, you don't want to take charge. So I got to hunt for them and see if I can find them because if I don't, I might lose a lot of pepper, a lot of blossom. You see guys, there's always something to pick up inside here. Look, pepper here, ready to pick. Pepper ready for pick. Pepper ready to pick. Guys, there's always something to eat. You could never go hungry in this place. Never go hungry. Because it's so much to eat from. It's so much edibles. It's so much, like for instance, a lot of people eat potato leaf, especially the young one. A lot of people eat them. Keep picking pepper and tomato if you want more to produce. All right. Yeah. Yes, guys. So like this, you could saute these, guys. This is shisho leaf. You could pick these and saute them however you want to do it. You could steam them and eat them in like a salad. You cannot go hungry. Then we have, and this is the type of garden I try to produce as well. One that will feed me. Not for me to come out and make one big harvest and that's it. No, to feed me all through the season. So we harvesting enough to like to store away. But we also eating during the season. This is how I want it. I don't want to come out and make one big harvest and then that's it for the rest of the garden season. No, no, no. I want to able to feed from these plants all during the season until the spring, till the fall. So you see in this area here now, I already start cleaning up and I already start piling up the weeds them. And this is, guys, it's so sad, but it's so sad. There's so much misinformation out here, it's crazy. But you gotta do what you gotta do. That's all I can tell you all. Just do what you gotta do. Do what works for you. You understand? Wherever zone you in, do what works for you. Yes, them caterpillar eating anything. They eat them peppers. They actually eat them peppers too. So it's, I mean, I did a video showing where they eat them peppers, hot peppers. So now you can't put nothing. This is one of my pigeon peas tree. I know I'm not gonna get nothing from it, but I just love to see their beauty. You know, I just love to see the beauty of them, but I know they're not producing anything. But I just love to see the beauty of them. Yeah. The let me see. Take notes, Planter Garden TV show. You experience. Definitely, definitely. Thank you. Alright. What I was actually doing here, I'm growing some eggplant over there, and the eggplant and them is doing so well, and they, you know, they also growing as well. So because they're growing so much, I just got to keep adding posts around them and keep tying up their limb, because you know eggplant get pretty, you know. massive and heavy, so they could break the limb. And you don't want to break the limb because my growing season, I still have a few more months that these things can produce. So you really want to take care of these plants. You understand? You want to support their limbs because you don't want their limb to break. Because if their limb break, you could lose some really serious harvest. So it's all about taking the time out, guys. Walk around. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys the walks that have to be putting into these type of, because guys, I don't want to make it seems like it's just, oh, it's just go out there and plant them, and then you plant them gonna grow so nice and beautiful. Guys, it takes a lot of time and effort into this thing. Now, where we see going on here, this is our eggplant, and if you notice, we already get 2 harvests from this eggplant tree. So now this limb, we already see where flowers start coming out from this limb. So what we do, we put a stake right here and tie this limb here, because we already know. Even though we realize we're gonna need a taller stake, but at least for now, this gonna support it. This one here, as you can see here, we had also put a stake right here to tie this one, because if you notice what's going on, it's pulling the plants down. So putting these stakes is so important, especially if your plants them is growing tall. If you get short plants, it's kind of different. But when your plants them is growing so tall, you have to. This is how you save your plants. This is how you save your plants from breaking. Same thing here. This is an eggplant come up there, but if you notice, you're gonna see where we had also put the stakes them. We also know that we're gonna need a stake for this one too, because we already see flowers, so we have to put a stake out here as well. So it's a lot of work, guys. It's not just walking in the garden and just walk back out. No, it's a lot of work where it take time and it take effort, right? This is the next one here, and what I've loved about what I did here, and I see such a great result. Like this one here, you see this limb right here? This limb did break down because it have on a bell, it had on an eggplant there, it had on one there, and this limb dropped down because it was raining, right? And look what I did. I just bring it back up, attach it right there, and tie it up there to give it the support. And let me show you the limb. This is the limb right here, growing so beautiful right here. So beautiful. You see what I'm coming from? So, like I said, guys, we have to do our own little experience and experiment in the garden. So by me, if you come here, you're gonna see it right there. This whole thing did pop, and all I did is bring it back up, press it in, hold it right there, and what happened? Tie it up here, as you can see, and now the limb is up there growing. So before we have to go through the process of our limb breaking, go around and tie up the plants. Go around and tie up the plants, because if you do that, definitely. Thank you, Elsa. Yes, you see, look at these. I never grow eggplant this tall. I'm not even gonna lie. This eggplant is naturally taller than me, and I never grow eggplant this tall. This thing is over 6 feet right now. Never grow them this tall, but they're growing well, and What I love, they actually producing a lot. This one here, if you know, I have a pipe here, but I gotta move this pipe. Hey, the LP, how you doing? Blessings to you. Thank you all for joining. Appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Thank you all so much. Yes, this is another eggplant here as well. I put this pipe here. I got to move it and put a piece of wood. But I had also put it here at the moment. And these eggplant already gave me 2 crops already. And they're going for their 3rd crop. This one plant here is amazing because we see it have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one plant plus flowers. It's amazed me. All right, we have this Italian sweet pepper here, which it's ripening again. Now pick a ripe one a few days ago. I had also tied up right here. See, we have 3 nice healthy pepper right here. I had also tied up and it just keep growing. I remember when this pepper was way down here. Look where it is now. It's heading for 7 feet at this moment. And these eggplant is already 6 feet. They're all doing well. And what I love, they're producing more and they're producing more flowers. But if you notice, guys, notice what I'm doing. I start from down here. I start putting, look down here. I start tying them from down here. And while the plant's growing, I keep tying it. Then while the plant's growing, I keep tying it. Same thing with over here. You see, this limb, I tie this here. Now this one is growing, so now I got to find another stake for this. It's important, guys. I'm just showing, the reason why I'm showing you guys this is because I don't want you to believe it's just going out there and chuck it in the soil and just leave it and then you're gonna get the production you're looking for. No. Do you understand now? This limb here, this one limb that comes up here, this have 1, 2, 3, like 6 eggplant on top of it. Now, if this stake is not here, you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna pop right there. Then if it pop, it's not gonna produce no more. I was lucky to get that one over there put back together, but it's no guarantee. So you wanna do these things before they break. You don't wanna wait till they break to running out there and trying to patch them up. So this is why I'm showing you guys these things. Over here, these are my bell pepper. Look how much stake I have. These things. And I still have to put more stake. Because this one needs a stake for itself right here. This is a limb very soon gonna need his own stake. This one, if you notice, I've been staking this one from all the way come down, coming up there. All this is stake. If you see, this is to hold this pepper here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pepper. Then you have, right here, I still have 2 going over there. This is the same limb. And you have 2 going over. If I don't stake this, you know what's going to happen? This is going to pop. So, and guess where? If it pop, the flowers that to the top gonna just go to waste. So you see how important this thing is? Why is it important to be busy in your garden, or even why is it important to stake them? Very well, these are very tall pepper trees, guys. So look at this. I had to cut, and this one here, watch. This is right here. This one need, I put the stake but I didn't tie it. I mean, it grows so fast, I forgot to tie it. Now you need a tie right here. Because what's gonna happen, if you notice, you already see pepper start producing there, plus flowers, plus to the top. You have to protect your limbs. Because sometimes When the rain come down so heavy, it it bend the limbs them. Look at next one here. Nice size pepper. Maybe I should just harvest you. Nice size pepper, but if you don't stake it, you can lose it. All right. This is the 8-foot pepper tree going up here right now. This is the 8-foot pepper tree, and if you notice, I had this before. Now I add this. So what I'm doing, I keep tying it. You see the tie there? It need to carry up more and it need to tie. But if you notice, you see so much flowers up there just producing. Yes, wood stake is okay, just stake. Yes, the 50 say. Yes, that's some good support because you don't want to lose those peppers after it got so definitely look beautiful. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, LP, appreciate it. Yes, this, you see, this one I already know that this one gonna be pretty tall. And if you notice the stake, I have the stake going above up there, and I know I might have to put more stake, but so far what I'm doing is make sure I stake them because it's important. This gonna need stake. Look amount of pepper coming up on these thing right here. Thank you, thank you. Look the amount of stuff coming up, pepper coming up right here. So this need another stake to support it. This one here. Even though guys, there's so much stake in the garden. Look at him here. I still need a stake for this. This is a pepper. This need a stake right here. This one need a stake because they come in, the pepper them coming in. The pepper them coming in, so you got to be busy. This one, you see, we have two right here, two nice pepper right here. We had a tie right there. So this ties, we're gonna keep this, but this now continue growing. So when it grow up about there, we tie it again. All right, we tie it. So don't at these info, you know, I don't want you guys to get bored with me and my peppers. But what I'm showing you is great, good information because it's well needed. Because you cannot just do a garden by just planting them and leave them. That's not the right thing to do. If the more attention you pay to the garden is the more harvest you stand a chance of getting. Could you imagine right at this moment, this pepper here, this limb here, could you imagine I ain't take this and this pop and me lose all the pepper go up there? Could you imagine? So this is what I'm saying, guys. Don't just go out there and chuck stuff in the soil and walk away and believe that everything gonna be fine. No, it's not. You have to pay attention to your garden, guys. Pay attention to your plants then. I'm not sure if you guys seen, but the amount of bell pepper I'm seeing. Yes, yes. Yes, Fifi, these are some tall grass pepper, I'm telling you. Thank you for all the likes. Yes, appreciate it. Yes. So you see, guys, I'm not sure if you guys seeing, but this is a lot of pepper in this garden. The one they start ripening. So now is focusing on staking. So it's not just exactly. You exactly. You will cry if you come and see that limb pop with all them pepper. No, for real. You will friggin' cry. So so this is why you gotta come outside and get really, really busy. And get really busy. Watch. When the rain come, you come in the garden, you watch. Watch the limbs them that bowing down. And then, even if it ain't rain, you still could come and see all the limbs that need stake. Like for instance, I'm looking at this. And I know for a fact that this need a stake. I'm looking at this. And I know for a fact this need a stake. Even this limb right here. So right in this area here is 3 stake. You see what I'm saying? It's so much stake I still gotta come with. But I just come every day and I add stake to the garden. You ain't got to kill yourself and do it every day. You ain't got to do that. But what you can do, you come out every time you come and you look and you observe, and what you're gonna see, what the plants them that need staking. All right? So there's gonna be a bunch of seeds coming from this garden, pepper seed. I might end up with about 10,000 seeds this year. I'm telling you, for the amount of plant these things produce. So yes. So yes, guys. Back to the topic. Requirements and the requirements of these plants. Plants have requirements. And if we can give them if we can give them the requirements that they need, we can see some real information, that some real result that we never even thought we would have seen. Because these plants can really grow. These plants can really produce. So if we able, because we are the one who growing them, we are the one who trying to make sure that they get enough sunlight. We got to make sure they have enough nutrients. We got to make sure that. So if we can get to the point where we understand the plants, when I say understand the plants, I want to make this very clear. We could never know everything about a plant. We can never know everything about the plant. But guess what? We could learn about the plant and we could get to know about the plant. But we could never know everything about a plant. All right? But if you, when you growing plants, if you really pay attention, you could see and you could learn a lot. If you really paying attention. If you really paying attention. If you come out sometimes and you just sit down, nobody bothering you, you just sit down and you watching around, you watching the spiders, you watching the birds, You watching the caterpillar, everything. You watching the butterfly. You watching everything. You just observe what is going on. And there's a system within your space that you can behold. But like I said, you have to be. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you have to. You understand or have some type of knowledge about your space and about your soil and about your plants, about the growth, about the production. You'll be surprised. Because the thing is, when you start doing these things and you start seeing, and you just walk around, you walking around, and you checking, you might check a plant, and you see something that you never saw before. You see what I'm saying? You go to another plant and you realize, damn, I never see this plant produce like this before. What is going on here? You check back. This is why, guys, you have to remember what you did or what you put around your plant. If you can't remember, write down, guys. If you can't remember, write down. I basically do the same thing around all my plants. So I kind of know exactly what I did. But you want to know. Like for instance, you grow an eggplant, right? You grow an eggplant for years. And you decide, you know what? I'm going to try something this year. I'm going to try something new this year. And when you try, what you see something you never saw before. You see, your eggplant is doing way better than you know. Like for instance, guys, for instance, this is cabbage leaf and water. Cabbage leaf break down in water. And the truth is, this is what I feed my eggplant with this year. This is what I feed my eggplant with this year. And the growth that I've seen is magnificent with the production. The growth that I've seen is magnificent. So there's requirement, guys. Don't make nobody fool you. You have a song say, don't let them fool you. No. But anyhow, I just want to say, guys, thank you all for all the support. Thank you all for being a part of this live. Thanks everyone who hit the like button. appreciate each and every one of you, because when you hit the like button, guys, it helps get the information out there that more people could understand there's actually a way to grow your food without doing the extra, without making it complicated. Yes, sometimes we know we might have to work a little harder because we do not believe in putting things around our plants, putting things around the root. We don't believe in that. So because of that, you will have to work a little harder. But guess what? The result is just magnificent. The result is just magnificent. And I'm seeing another one of my banana shoot up there. But I think it's too late. But you know what? That one is powerful though, my goodness. That one is big and powerful. You guys seeing? The bottom part is huge. Oh man. Let me go around here. Can't see it too well, but that one look huge. God damn. Okay, LP say, how often do you feed plants? Well, it depends, LP. It depends. Usually, what I will do, I will prepare my, let me give you the whole history. I'll prepare my soil in the fall, get the soil growing really nice in the fall. Then when the plants them start growing, when I transplant them in the spring, and they start growing, I will give them a little liquid fertilizer when I see them start growing. Then I'm not gonna give them any more until I see they start producing. Like they start producing flowers. Then after that, I'm gonna give them another boost of that. This year I did something extra, which was giving these eggplant another dose. The reason why I gave them another dose was because they already gave me 2 crops. So after they give me the 2 crop, I give them another dose. So I basically did it 3 times for the eggplant. But usually I end it at the flowers. Once they start producing flowers, then I'll say, okay, that's it. So 2 times basically. 1 in their early stage and 1 after they produce flowers. All right? All right, guys, thank you all so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you all. Oh, you love to just watch? All right, all right. Thank you all so much. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Peace and love.